Welcome back, citizens, to the Directorate of Anvers, the successor state of the Kingdom of Burgundy. After Kingdom of Burgundy had been under siege by communist scum and other kinds of rebels, we took control. The old king had gone senile and power-hungry and could not just protect the Burgundian people adequately enough. We are now here to safeguard the Burgundian nation. Not only the Burgundian nation, though, but also the Lotharingian nation and the Dutch nation, all together in one happy family. Under, of course, the director sitting in Anvers, who will safeguard us all and overlook and overview the rebuilding of this great nation. And it will begin with the building of new armies. The armies are underway. Men from all sides of Burgundy have been conscripted into the armies, and it will take quite a while for them to get here, though hopefully they will be eventually arriving in droves. In fact, we should also expand our factories and industrial base as much as possible for what's to come. We currently have a lot of people mobilized. I realize that the poor does not really appreciate being given a weapon and thrown into a potential battlefield. They just have nothing to do, they have nothing to say about it. They have no choice. They're here to make sure that no other rebels come off and try to kill us. That's their entire purpose right now, and at least until we have enough soldiers back. Because a lot of people did join the communists. I gotta say though, if I realized that also a lot of soldiers were joining the fascists, right? But if the fascists won, wouldn't we get those soldiers back? Because right now it doesn't seem like we did. Maybe we did, and that would be nice. But right now our armies all across the world have been completely depleted. We now have only 198 brigades fielded, most of them in Asia and Africa. And yeah, that's a problem. That's one other problem. Tensions in Darfur, that's not good. And we have no troops in Australia whatsoever, though I'm guessing that Shurao actually has 22 brigades. That's 66,000 men. And not too bad if you ask me. I'm also surprised to manage to get that much. We need to get back Bihar eventually. They managed to break free during the Great Strife, as it's now called in Burgundy. But we will probably manage it. Aragon has gone aggressive, attacking France, though we'll see how successful they are. They are at war with Liguria and France. That could potentially go well for them. France has been depleted quite severely. They only have 9 brigades at the moment, while Aragon has a mighty 68. I want to see a Aragonian victory from this. And I'm quite... I'm quite certain that we will actually see a Burgundian victory. Would be nice. Should also try to maybe make sure that not everyone is gathered in Anvers and gonna die from attrition eventually. That would be quite unfortunate. The main army that is still... annual dividends received from... Oh, nice. We got some money. We didn't have enough money already. It's always nice with more. The only army really, and the biggest army that is still under our control from the old Burgundy, is the one in the Jules de Fax, the 12th army. He's fought a lot of battles. He's gathered quite a bit of prestige. He is a fairly good general in all regards, and he has an experienced crew under him. He just needs to get a few more men, as you say. He needs a few more men. Do we have enough anything to research? I mean, maybe electric furnace. We have everything in army, almost everything in navy. Commerce we don't need. Okay, electric furnace. Go for it. We still have the mightiest industrial power in the world. And we are currently the biggest military power in the world. As our reserves are mobilized, that is. We'll just have to see what happens when we have to demobilize them. Right now, Bohemia is looking rather strange, as they have a tendency to do, and Germany is generally split between these two powers. I'm curious to see who will be victorious. The German Confederation, the Nubian Confederation, more to the point, have grown quite large in recent years, so it's an unfortunate series of events. The Commonwealth is still split up, yet somehow together, and the Scandinavian Republic, as it's called now, It's just a shame. Alright. The Duke of the Cape has asked to be granted a special status as an autonomous dominion within the Empire. You know what? The Duchy of the Cape sounds pretty darn awesome. And I am willing to actually go for it. Here it is. The Cape... No, not the Cape Republic. Why is it a republic? A fascist dictatorship. But why is it called the Cape Republic? Okay, that's fine. Sure, they can be called that. In fact, we will dismantle our armies there. They probably have enough so they can recruit their own armies and protect themselves. At least that's one hope that we have. We will denounce the League because we do need our colonial states still. Sind wants an alliance, that is fair. South African Faw, what? What? They suddenly... they were... What? I don't understand. They were a fascist dictatorship for like a few days before a republic was instituted. They have no endurance whatsoever when it comes to having to deal with fascist leaders. We, however, apparently are pretty good at it, seeing as we well, are still alive. I think it's safe right now to... We don't have any rebellions brewing in our nation to demobilize our stuff. Here's what we actually have. Here's what our troops consist of after all of this is through. This army is fairly big, actually. We can split that up into a proper army. I just need to remember what it consisted of. I'm pretty sure it was something like this. Yeah, 30,000 men. Our first new Burgundian fascist army is ready. Anverian army, perhaps, is a better way to call it. Then we have, you know, another army. Not complete yet, they do need some horses. Then we can arrange that, potentially. And then we have another army almost ready. Once again, needing some horses. And then we have some infantry that can be sent over here. That's fair. Alright, combine these together and make up a new army. Right, there will be like something like this, and then 5 of these. Excellent. Now we have a second new Burgundian army. And here we will have a third. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. We have 3 armies right now. From our, like, what, 20 before? Things have gone downhill for the Burgundian Empire, let's just say. We will reclaim everything, though. We will reclaim. We didn't actually lose any territory, so that's good. Usually that's a catalyst for when fascists arrive. No, Jules the Fax died! Ah. What a sad day for everyone. What a sad, sad day. Well, we do have some infantry and stuff. They're needing some additional help. We will also need a few more horses. Let's just call in some horses. Light cavalry from Europe. Like, yeah, from there. Let's just add that in. We have a lot of troops that are underway, as you say. Printing press, let it operate. It was all the way in Tahiti. No one cares about Tahiti. It seems the French have managed to amass a new army after everything. Hopefully it's not enough to win that war. They want to annex Liguria, which is an interesting choice. Considering. If they by Liguria means taking over this, then alright, I guess they already did it. I guess the war is over. Shouldn't they take anything from France, perhaps? They're taking Languedoc, or perhaps Euskadia, which was previously Aragonian. Oh yeah, I forgot that they also retained the southern parts of Italy and well, that part of Africa too. That's impressive. That's quite impressive. We... wait, are these civilized? No, they became civilized. We have failed in our quest. All of these are civilized, most of them. Here we have Scramble for Africa. We can annex this while we still have the chance. They're allied to Ilorin though, so we would have to fight them. Do we have enough men to do that? Oh, we do. We do have enough men. We just need to gather them all and send them to the proper locations. We should also attack the Mossy Empire while we have the chance. It doesn't take any any infamy, and they're allied to no one? Alright, great. Let's just do this before they become civilized. Because when they become civilized, it's arbitrarily cost way too much. No, I guess it makes sense. Like, still, to this day, people don't really care if something bad happens somewhere else. Like, if something bad happens in Pakistan, or if something bad happens in Sudan, no one bats an eye. They barely even care that, well, this many people died in a ball of fire in Pakistan, for example. But if it happened in, you know, what would be deemed as a Western country, then yeah, a lot more people would care. I guess that's kind of to mirror the same thing, and this is also for a, you know, an early 20th century lens where ethnicities and stuff like that was way more important than it is nowadays. So it makes sense, it makes sense. It makes sense. Alright, they need to be sent over here. We can deal with the Mossy in our own spare time. Let's now attack these guys. Wait, are they allied to you? They're still allied. Alright. That is fair. Aragon wants an alliance, that's fair. Scramble for Africa and next them. And there will probably be... Wait, we have lost a lot... Oh yeah, it was because of the whole Cape thing. Gotcha. It seems like Ilorin doesn't want to be at war with us, and that's probably for the best. World's Fair begins, huzzah! In Minsk of all places, that's not where I expected it to be. Ouagadougou, always loved that place. Never been there, is like the name of it. Ouagadougou. There, and send over here. Okay. We are starting to get some rebels again. There's some Jacobins, but they're really weak compared to everyone else. So I don't think they will manage to do anything at all of use. You go here, and then we should have this army over here. They can go over here. Alright! It seems we are victorious. No one took the Ouagadougou apparently. That's sad. Come on, take Ouagadougou. What's happening in Europe, meanwhile? Well, we have some people that have managed to be recruited. Here we have some new horses to complete that army. And I think we have a new horse over here. Yes, a new horse to be sent over there. Great. And here we have an army consisting of mostly artillery, a bit too many. How about we send one of them back and then send some infantry from this one way over to this place. See, a trade. And suddenly we have a new army. Almost ready. In fact, this is a bit too much infantry. We send those back. Would like a horse though, but it's a bit too much to ask, isn't it? You have any spare horses around? No? Okay. That's sad. Hopefully we'll get some new horses soon. But we can make a new army out of that horse. And send some... Yeah, like something like that. Great. Sure, just go for the summit. Inca Burgundian summit of 1911, a success. Great. We'll go to all the summits. But you take that and... Alright, there we go. Things are still looking up. Our infamy is lowered. Our world is turning out to be pretty cool after all. Fascist dictatorship, not too bad, could be worse. The Ottomans turned the Sublime Porte, turned Turkey. And now they are free, at long last. The question is just how long they will be free. Great leader, that's directed to you. Apparently the Great House, yes, let's call it that. The Great House is now 100% fascist. The Mossy Empire is now annexed into a part of our nation. And the next will be Baroda. No, actually not. A fascist summit. Yes, we had another summit. I didn't know that these guys were fascist, but now we have a better reason to be allied with them. Tawan Tinsuyu. Pleasure to meet you. No, it seems everyone is fighting against Lotharingia. Even the Belgian Confederacy. Cannonborn wants to have peace, that is fine. That is in fact acceptable. An acceptable outcome, so to speak. We only have these armies have been quite depleted. I think we need to make up something out of this haphazardly. These two will have to do. No, I can't. I need to send them all back. I need to reform the colonial armies. God damn it! This is why I hate rebellions where people join in randomly. It's just such a pain to complete. You know what? I think most of these armies and stuff, like calling for new troops and stuff, will be happening off screen in between episodes, just to spare you from having to see all of the dividing up armies into various things and so forth. Now though, we have a lot of rebellions that are on our hands. Not rebellions that have broken out yet, but rebellions that could be breaking out. Luckily, we have the ability to do whatever the hell we want because we're a fascist dictatorship, right? So if the people, right now, they want a campaign for censored press. Great. Guess what they will have? They will have a censored press. There. They have it. Now can they stop complaining? Oh, probably not. But we can only hope. We can only hope. One day they might complain. I mean, stop complaining. Right. The question is, should we attack these guys or should we not? We do have plenty of forces in the vicinity, but they are also plenty in and of themselves. Bihar. Justify war. It will be an established protectorate. It will only be max 5 infamy, and it would be pretty quickly. Let's do it. I didn't even need to think about it. Just do it. Shall we host the 5th Olympic Games? Sure. Will be pride for the fatherland. Ligue Lotharingienne. Lotharingienne. Nah, fuck it. It's pronounced something. It has a name. Oh, more horses. That's great. Yeah, there's some infantry over there. Great. Not too much. Still too much. Ah, too much cavalry. Horse cavalry. I mean, horse artillery. There we go. Did anyone else need a new horse? No? Okay, these guys. These guys needed a horse. Great. Let's send them one. Let's send them a horse, so they can be complete too. You can't be complete without a horse. It's would suck if that was true, since I'm allergic to horses. But let's pretend that it is true instead. It's much better. What did I miss again? I feel like an idiot at the moment. Infantry. Alright, infantry is what's missing. There we are. And maybe we should let the horse go. There we go. And we have a new army. You know, Rotterdam, he will be placed. Great. Great stuff. Expensive jobs. We'll keep the minimum wage because we need to keep the people happy. Right now, the revolts have died down. The will to revolt is over for the most part. And Aragon apparently has split off Numidia into a satellite state, which is an interesting maneuver that I did not see coming. And now we can invade Bihar. And apparently we didn't take any infamy for it. Even better, it's like hitting a jackpot. Alright, can we call in any allies? We will do that manually, because we don't want all of our allies to bother. But we would like to have Bengal assisting us. Bengal can now prove themselves the faithful allies that we've always hoped that they are. Did they join in? Yes, they did. Have they invaded? Well, sort of. Kind of. Maybe. Do we need them? No. But it's more for the part of loyalty than anything else. Victories in all fronts. That's exactly what we need for our propaganda back at home. You remember what happened during the Old King? Yeah, we are not the Old King. We're much better than that. We are New Burgundy. A sexier Burgundy. Where we slaughter people because they have different views than us. Yes, that kind of Burgundy. Come on, can we win in Bhagalpur? Come on! Yes, we can. Can we have peace now? No. Wait, can we? No. When that battle is over, when that siege is over, I'm pretty sure they will. We can spread out our armies. Even though they are in shambles and everything, we were very successful in defeating Bihar. And Bihar is now back into Burgundian Hindustan. I'm tempted almost to split that off for future references, like if I can release that nation as its own. Hindustan. The Mughal Empire we could, but that wouldn't be all of it. This is where I wish where we had the ability to form our own, like satellite nations. Like in EU4. If they ever make a Victoria Free, they need to add that possibility. So if I were to make this the Burgundian Raj, right? A bit like British Raj, but for Burgundy, obviously. I would just select the provinces that we need, and then click, oh, blah, 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 it's now a new country that is following Burgundian ways, is loyal to Burgundy, etc., but you don't need to micromanage every single aspect of it, like having all the armies there and stuff. If you want to, or you can assume control over it completely. I wouldn't want any inherent bonuses with it, it's more like an option, if you would like. It seems though that Aragon in fact, have failed to win against a weakened France even. Even now they have, during this war and having southern part of it all taken over, 45% works also in this now, it was 98 or something before. And they have regained their forces. And I'm just so disappointed in Aragon. All you need to do was win, and you failed. So, why should we care? Why should we care about you? Alright, so it seems that our recruitment craze is now over. What is it that we're missing? We are missing a bunch of infantry. We have now 8. We need 1 horse, and then 8 of those. 1 horse, 8 of those. 1 horse, 8 of those. Alright, 1 horse. Start with that. 1 horse. There. And 1 horse. And 8 of those. Great. Now we're back on track. I feel good about this. Hopefully all of you do as well. And here is where we will cut it off for now. We have been successfully rebuilding the Burgundian army. No, actually, the Directorate's armies. The Director is sitting still in Anvers, overseeing the rebuilding of this grand nation. In the colonial areas we have managed to reacquire lost property, as well as acquire some new property, even and some new beachfront here along Lake Chad, which will be very useful in the future, as all the Burgundian wealthy people will head over there and build some nice villas that in a few decades will be stormed by the local populace as they try to murder everyone that is rich. Stuff like that. It's great fun awaits. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and to see you in the next one. Until then, as always, have a good one, and I guess, yes, yeah, see you later.